Should I do a little opening? Hi YouTube. This is my first hunt.
November 26th?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I ever do this again.
2 p.m. See if she'll ever hunt again. Good afternoon. Finally set up here. Got in safely. Had to make some adjustments, but it's 4 o'clock, so a little late, but deer move late when it's 70 degrees out, so typically wouldn't really hunt this weather, but it's nice to get out when it feels nice out, so got my wife with me today, and it's her first deer hunt ever, so this is really exciting for me. And we're out at this little 4-acre piece that has been my honey hole. There's plenty of deer out here, so I'm hoping to take a doe if one gives me a good shot. I got about an hour and 15 left to hunt, so hoping they're going to be up on their feet as the sun sinks down, and hope one gives me a decent opportunity and I can execute. So I'm just going to enjoy the afternoon, and if a deer comes through, I'll flip the camera on and you guys will see the action. was like, I don't know, 10 to 4, and we had been watching this little buck, and then this fox came through. This is already an awesome hunt. And I was looking at across the street to the other side of the other property across from us, and spotted a doe feeding like kind of right in the middle of the driveway. And I kept glassing up there and noticed they were running around, and turns out they were getting pushed around by a buck. And at first I figured it was the smaller buck, but it actually ended up being a really nice looking buck. I think one of the bigger ones that I'd seen in here, but he pushed the first front does through, and they eventually, there was like at least 6 of them, came across into the property and then walked right down the gut. And I shot that doe right basically 2 steps away from where I shot the Big 10 back in October. So she kind of ran a loop and ran towards the road, and she just crashed out there. I could see her belly, watched her go down. She was a little bit quartering to me when I took the shot, but I put it right on her shoulder, and the thing zipped through her like it wasn't there. After she went down, because we're in Loudoun County, it's at Ernebuck County, that big buck that was out there was still standing there, and unfortunately the rest of the does that were with this doe started blowing and eventually ran off the way they came, and the rest of the deer went with them, and that buck went with them. So bright side is, didn't spook the buck, but you know, it sucks to spook deer. But what an awesome afternoon.
Yeah, you did a great job.
We had a lot of like fiasco type stuff going on, getting up in the tree, and
I was scared.
Scared of heights. She did a great job, and I was sweating. I mean, we're definitely not scent proof right now, and honestly they came right downwind of us, so this is awesome. So I don't want her climbing out in the dark, so we are gonna be getting out of here right now anyway, so I'm gonna pack it up and go grab the arrow and get that deer. This is awesome.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Alright, we're at the bottom of the tree. The arrow's 20 yards over here, so I'm gonna go check it out.
You want her right on there?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, the buck I shot is standing right here. There's our arrow, and it really blew right through her. I aimed for the front shoulder, but you can see the blood spatter that's right here. She was standing right here. Perfect shot. She took off running up into the woods, so we'll go recover and do a little closing interview. Let's go.
Let's go.
She is a big old nanny doe. Quite a crash here. Really forward shot, but she was pretty heavy quartering too. I expect the exit to be right behind the shoulder on the other side. So got a lot of work to do, so we'll get it taken care of. All right, got it cleaned up and over here to the truck. Just wanted to do a little bit of a closing. What an awesome hunt. I had such a fun time, and it was such a great hunt to get out. I mean, like I said, 68 degrees, so it was pretty enjoyable to be in the woods today. We had that buck, we actually spooked him walking in, and then he came right back through and fed underneath us for a good bit. We have some pretty cool videos of him being right under the stand, fed around us for a little bit, and when he worked off, a fox came through, and then we saw those deer across the property, across the road, and they just followed right in. And I told Ray that I would shoot the first one. She worked right down the middle of the trail, and I think it was like a 15-yard shot, and I did put it a little far forward. I thought she was a little more quartering to me, but definitely a lethal shot. She didn't go far, and like I said, we got her cleaned up and ready to go donate. So going towards a good cause. A lot of meat for a lot of hungry people, so I'm happy that I can help, and appreciate y'all joining me. Appreciate you joining me.
It was fun.
Yeah. See you from the woods next time.